Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Marisa, and I'm so glad that you're here. So this is part 2 of my Awaken series, a series that consists of 4 gentle but intermediate flows to help you get your day started off well. Today, we'll focus on opening up the hips and the lower back. So let's go ahead and get started in wide child's pose by separating the knees, connecting the toes together, sitting back into your heels, and extending the arms overhead. As you settle into your mat this morning, take a few deep breaths and notice how you feel. Draw yourself forward, supported by your forearms, into a Sphinx pose. And we'll do a variation of this by drawing the left knee up towards the side. Make sure that your neck is in alignment with the rest of your spine. Bring the left leg back to meet the right, and you can bend the right knee and draw it up towards your side. And bring that leg back. Allow your forehead to come to the mat as you lift the left leg high, supported by the right foot. Wherever it lands is perfect. And lower and switch legs. Pull up through the leg with energy. Opening up the lower back. And gently lower down. We'll press up to cobra and then place the hands more towards the top of the mat. So we can take a twist here by drawing the left hand to reach for that left thigh. And placing that hand back to support us at the top of the mat. And we'll twist to the other side by drawing the right hand to meet the right thigh. You can unwind and bring the hands closer to the waist so we can take a little movement here. Shifting from side to side, opening up that lower back, finding space. Find what your body needs today. Enjoy it. And we'll come up to a tabletop position and inhale as we pull up belly through the spine into our cat pose, holding this for a couple of breaths.
and release. And we'll shoot the left heel to press against the back wall with energy as you bring the right arm in front of you. You can stay in this position or bend the left knee and reach back to see if you can grab onto that foot and possibly stretch upward. Lift up through this as much as you can, pressing away from the mat, not allowing the head to collapse into your shoulders. And release. Tuck the toes and lift the hips to your downward facing dog. Finding as much length in your spine as possible. Letting go of all of the muscles in your neck. Pressing your heels towards the mat. Maybe you find a micro bend in your knee first to find the length. And then you release the heels to the mat. Collecting your breath, making it deep and useful. Lift the left heel and place it just above your right knee. Lean into this by bending the right knee and bringing your chest towards your leg. Find some space in the hips here, in this standing variation of pigeon. Extend the left leg all the way up to your three-legged dog, and then bend that knee to open up the hips. If you'd rather explore some movement here, feel free. Engaging in the hips and pulling up through that high leg to find more of a stretch here. And release that left leg, bringing the knee in towards your chest and causing the shin to become parallel with the top of your mat. Go ahead and place it down and come into your sleeping pigeon pose. Relax your mind. Fall into a state where you can calm the monkey mind that we have. And allow yourself to be present. When you're ready, press up to lift that left leg all the way up and release it down. And come to your tabletop position. Now stretching the right heel back and the left arm forward. Finding balance here, stability, keeping the right toes towards the mat. And see if you can reach that arm back to grab the foot, to then stretch upward. Challenge yourself in this. If you can't quite reach your foot, no worries, just stay in the previous pose. Breathe through this and Tuck the toes, lift the hips to downward facing dog once again. Taking a few deep breaths here. Pulling that chest towards the thighs. When you're ready, place the right heel just above your left knee, and you can lean into this by bending that left knee and bringing the chest towards your heel. Extend the right leg up and back and open up the hips wide by bending that high knee and letting that foot just fall behind you. Lower the leg as you bring the right knee in towards your chest and making that shin parallel to the top of your mat. Find your center over your sleeping pigeon on this side. Observing the frequency of thoughts that are coming through your mind today, acknowledging them and then letting them pass to recenter yourself. And when you're ready, go ahead and press up, bringing that right leg all the way up and back and releasing it down to your downward facing dog. From here, step to the outer edges of the top of your mat and find your low squat here as you come into Malasana. Pressing the hands together at heart level and extending through the spine. Pressing the elbows against your knees to find even more space here. And come to the left side with your fingertips to extend the right overhead, opening up that side rib. And then if you can take a bind behind your leg, go for it. If not, you can stay in the previous position. Release this. And we're going to just sink into our Malasana even more by bringing our hands all the way down and finding a forward bend in this pose, if you can. Wherever the edge of flexibility is today, find that. And then reach all the way over to the right side by extending the left overhead, turning your torso up towards the sky, keeping open. And then if you'd like to take that bind on this side, here's your chance. pulling the shoulder blades together. And go ahead and find a wide-legged bend here. And let's make this as intense as possible. So if you'd like to widen your stance a little bit for it, go ahead and do that. And then take whatever position with your hands feels best to you. Maybe it's grabbing the ankles or bringing the fingertips through the center and then pulling your chest through. Really, whatever you'd like to take here that feels right in your body, do so now. Find your weight over the right foot as you lean forward to find some balance here, and then lift the left toes high, keeping the leg as straight as possible. Extend through the toes with energy, engaging through that outer thigh muscle. Maybe even lifting it an inch higher, challenging yourself. Releasing that leg down, find your weight just in front of your left foot now. And when you feel steady, go ahead and lift the right toes. Pulling up through the outer thigh. Just a couple more breaths. You got it. You're doing great. And go ahead and release. Beautiful. We're going to come into our frog pose by stepping the feet back and then placing the knees just in line with your toes on either side of the mat. This is meant to open up the hips and the groin muscles and improve your circulation as well. So come into this as deep as you are able, but of course, you know your edge of flexibility and what is not helpful for you. Press up when you're ready and come to a seated position, however it makes sense for you. And slowly lower down. We're going to step the heels up towards our hips to come into a bridge pose by lifting through the hips when you're ready. Shoulder blades are pulling in towards each other. Your hands can stay flat on the mat or come together and intertwine the fingers. Extend the left leg high if you can while lifting through the hips, keeping everything level. And then you can bend that leg and bring that left heel just above the right knee and allow the left knee to fall to the side to encourage a twist. And release. We'll extend through the right leg now, pressing the heel upward. Maintaining the lift through the hips. And we'll bend that leg, bringing the right heel just above the left knee, allowing the right knee to fall to the side. And we can release that foot to the mat. And lower down the hips. Bring your knees in towards your chest and give yourself a beautiful, warm, loving hug. Ah, doesn't that feel nice? And you can release, bringing the soles of the feet together to touch, allowing the knees to fall to either side, letting the arms come to your side and palms to face upward. Allow the belly to rise and fall with your natural breath. Enjoying the stillness, enjoying the peace. You can either stay in this position or come to your final Shavasana, which I always encourage you to stay in as long as you please. I'm so happy you chose to practice with me today. Thank you so much for your support and for sharing the love with others that enjoy yoga. If you could like, subscribe, and comment, I would greatly appreciate it. Have a beautiful, energetic day, and I'll see you next time.